Your family loves barbecued ribs, right? But you hate the greasy dishes you get. Then try new improved Dawn dishwashing liquid.
This new improved Hunt's.
This is the new Ford.
New improved whisk.
New improved freeze-dried prim.
New? Zest isn't new. This zest is. See? Improved.
It's new and improved. That phrase you hear all of the time in advertising, and it's almost cliche. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's false, sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad. But in the case of our video today, we're actually going to look at some improved traits of a tool that I've already reviewed for you once before. We're going to be looking at the new Rubi Slim Cutter Plus. First change is the name. The plus means it's better. Second and most obvious change is to the cutter train itself. Now designed with a handle for ergonomic grip. Before it was just a twist knob, but this redesign has some ingenuity to it. It helps with applying proper pressure and stability while pushing. It also reminds you of which direction to push with the little arrow. It still uses the same base with cutting wheel and bearings for wheels. Inside the kit you will still get 3 suction cups, but a noticeable difference, and one that is as if they were listening to me on some of my job sites. Instead of 3 tracks, 4. The extra 43-inch track is critical for those longer slabs beyond 118 inches in length. Something that was missing in my kit when I ordered it from Rubi was the rubber string that you would find installed underneath the track. Now, Rubi, to their credit, admitted that it was missing from my kit and quickly shipped me out some replacement string. But what I found when I installed it was that it prevented my train scoring wheel from making full contact on the porcelain face. So my recommendation to you, do a test. If you don't feel like you're getting full score, remove the string and install some black gaffer tape or something similar to duct tape, or really, if you have it laying around, Alpha Black G tape. If you have some of that, it's going to prevent any scratching between the track and your tile or any debris that might get stuck underneath. Really smart trick for you to use. Assembly of the track is still the same as in my previous video, which I will link above and in the video description. Lastly, the Slim Cutter Plus comes with a heavy-duty separating plier. These are meant to help pop your score lines more safely than the old design. I'll admit to you that the pliers that came with my original Rubi Slim Cutter I was not a fan of, and if you notice in my other review video, you never saw me using them. However, it's a pronounceable upgrade with the new plier set that Rubi puts in with the new Plus kit. These pliers have adjustable knobs to balance the pressure on each side of your score line. Very helpful if you're trying to score a small strip of tile. At the same time, you have the twist lever to apply slight pressure increasingly on the line as your hand grips the pliers in place. No tool review of mine would be complete without actually running the tool through the paces. So thankfully I had a project come up where I was able to score and snap some dekton material that's 3/8 of an inch thick. Let's see how it performed. I set up my fabrication table and with proper PPE carefully carry over the slab material. Using a safe fulcrum tipping method, I get the material in place. Looking over the drawings and knowing the material, I decided to trim off the edges to release any further tension contained in the slab. Using the suction cups to hold the track steady, I score the dekton, listening for the shred of paper sound that confirms a solid score. Muscle memory kicked in, and I had to actually use the new cutter a couple of times to make sure that I was getting an effective score line. As always, pull the score line out and over the edge of the table to allow your pliers to fit. Grabbing the pliers, I make sure to line up the center groove line with the score line. I apply firm grip to hold in place and then begin twisting down with the lever. Listen for the pop. I move to the other end and do the same procedure with the pliers, but I make a mistake by twisting too quickly. Not a big deal, as the score line was solid enough that I can work with the piece to still break off in one chunk. I set up my next cut and score the face of the panel. I once again use the pliers to snap both sides. Since this is a bigger piece, I carefully line up the edge on my table and do what I've done thousands of times. Push down fast. Clean cut with minimal sanding required. The overall quality of the score and snap seems a lot better than the original model. Now, part of that could be the new pliers and the ability to really pop the tile effectively. It could also be the new ergonomic design. For me, I think it's a major improvement on the old model. Dekton material is not the easiest to work with. To have the Rubi Slim Cutter Plus not lose a single piece on this project was a major plus for me. I was able to get everything split apart and then move on to mitering and assembly. If you are looking to get a new score kit for your first slab project, this is a very reasonable option at a cost of $470. The kit is part of the full Rubi Slim system, which allows you to use the Rubi TC125 miter saw and the Rubi Slim table. All of these tools I've reviewed and you can find on my channel, especially if you're already subscribed. Some say that the third time is the charm. And to Rubi's credit, they've announced that in 2023, they're going to be fully revamping their cutting system with a new model. It's going to have a new track and a new cutting head. They will utilize the same pliers system from this Plus that we've just reviewed. Now, the release date is still to be said, might be second quarter, possibly third, but the moment it's available in North America, you know that I'm going to be getting my hands on that and giving you a review video. So make sure you are subscribed to be up to date and alerted when I release new videos. So I thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And as always, you're not a pro unless you know.